You live? You on? Good? Cool. Alright. So I found this little buddy at a thrift store. An old electric chord organ, a Magnus Jewel. And it works. But it's very dirty. And this lovely power switch over here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of cracked open on the side. And while I was testing it and I turned it off, I saw a lovely blue flash coming out of there. So it arcs, it's loose. It just seems like a generally bad idea. So I'm going to see if I can't replace it with this. It's a two-way or one-way switch, I guess. Whatever it is. On-off switch I got from work. That I'm pretty sure is obsolete. So it's perfect for this. Yeah. Other things I want to do to it is maybe replace this with something else. This chipboard is expanding and disintegrating and just generally gross. Let's find out what this thing does. Because that is an air limiter. When I was testing it out, it didn't really seem to change anything, so I don't know. But yeah. Just plug it in here. Show you how it works. Reach the freaking outlet. I can't reach the outlet. I'll just have to take my word for it. Okay. So. Why do I never have a Phillips head when I need one? Oh wait, I do have one. It's right here. I found a screwdriver. So, let's see. Make sure that's all out of the way and not getting hurt. Yeah, it's probably fine. Might replace the power cord. It's a little bit brittle and gross, but not too bad, all things considered. Also want to try to lubricate the keys a little bit there. Ugh. I don't know if you can hear that. They're almost louder than the organ itself. Alright. Well, start disassembling, I suppose. See what we can find in here. Empty jar. See some sort of filter on here. Nice forethought. If that's plugged up, maybe that's why it's so quiet. Does not want to come out with this dinky screwdriver. Come on, buddy. Nope, not happening. Hold on, let me get a real one. And we're back. It's a problem when you leave your tools lying all over the house. There we go. Nice and easy. Ugh. Looks like replacing this bottom board is going to be a bit harder than I might have thought. Not completely undoable. And I guess I spoke too soon about that filter. There is no filter, it's just a, looks like a piece of mesh cloth. Whew. That smell. Is that just how plastic smelled in the 60s? My mom has a box full of barber tools that's similar vintage. It smells just like this. So it looks like we got the blower motor here. This is... okay, the wire's coming out of there. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Yeah. Wire's coming out of here. And it's blocking. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe. I really don't want to break this. Alright, I'm gonna put that back in there. My original plan, let's put this somewhere else. My original plan was to turn this upside down. I just noticed how hairy the bottom of this motor is. Eesh, gross. Yeah, I gotta find something for this to sit on. How about an architectural binder? Too big? Good enough. Alright. Yeah, my original plan was to undo the whole bottom and just try to lift this up. In which case, let's do a little more poking around here. Ordinarily, when I'm taking old stuff apart, I just say screw it and go for it. If whatever breaks, breaks. But I actually kind of want to preserve this thing a little bit. It's kind of a neat instrument. And I had a friend when I was a kid who had not one of these, but a bigger version of the same thing. It was that electric chord organ. Had the same blower setup. Had a similarly broken power switch. His wasn't arcing, but it was pulled out of the side, so you had to hold it and turn it. I saw this thing and it brought back many memories. And I wanted it, and it was 13 bucks. And I'd like to keep it in working condition. This is not the kind of thing I just want to break while I'm trying to fix it and then say, oh well, I'll find another one, because I'm probably not going to. They're not terribly rare. I've seen, you know, the vintage listings on eBay. They go for like maybe 40 bucks. So I'm not too worried about restoring it or anything. Hence the different switch. So, let's see if we can get this bottom cover off. Looks like they're screwed right to the body. Yeah. This one will come out. There we go. Well, it's definitely not the wood that's making that smell. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with that smell. Because it's just very nostalgic and also, at the same time, kind of unsettling. Because it's just a really weird odor. When I saw this at the thrift store, there were bits of this chipboard just everywhere, all over the counter where it was sitting. And if possible, I'd like to replace it with something maybe less crappy, but I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. Guess we'll see. I was thinking maybe some masonite or something. Oh, got some movement. I had. Was to put this up here like that and just see if this it does. Does it come off? Yes. Oh. There's. Oh my gosh. Well, now isn't that just fascinating? There were photos inside it. It looks like this thing's been in a flood, which would explain the deterioration of the wood here. These photos are all stuck together. I don't know if you can see this. Oh man. See, this is the kind of thing that I like about these old things. Like, the chance to find stuff like this. You know, these are the kind of things that I dream about finding. Just old, you know, remnants of things like this. You know, it almost makes you wonder how they got in there, but at the same time, I mean, there are fins up in here, so they maybe just slipped through or whatever and got stuck. That is really cool. Huh. Too bad they're all stuck together. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, cool. It's better than the last surprise I got. A while ago, I acquired a some corrosion on that switch. Anyway, so the last project I had that was kind of in the same vein was I got an electric keyboard. Was it from the same thrift store? I don't remember. I got it from the thrift store anyway. And it needs some cleaning up. And, you know, so I took it apart, and inside I found a condom wrapper. So this is much more preferable to that, I think. Okay, well, I'm very happy with how easily that came off. This might not be as hard as I thought it was going to be. And, even better, looks like this is a screw back type switch. The build quality is surprisingly good for something that's made almost entirely out of Bakelite. So we've just got these. Okay. Just got these wire nuts here. So I could probably just put the switch directly on those. Springs came off the wire nuts. Of course. It's got to give me some trouble, I guess. Come on, buddy. I suppose I could just cut the wire. That'd be too easy. Alright. This should be easy for me to remember, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be. I don't want to trust myself too much, if that makes any sense. Alright, so I'm going to leave that wire together. So now we've got the switch free. And maybe I can use this with the pliers here. Yeah, that's all corroded. This thing was definitely in a flood. Probably in somebody's basement. Par for the course, really. A little movement there. But I think this is going to need some penetrating oil. Dang it. Alright. Little paper under here. I'm definitely going to want to clean this thing out anyway. So let's dab a little oil in there. Let it get in there. Let's try again. It does look like I'm going to have to ream that hole out a little bit, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? And of course, I don't have any sort of crescent wrench, which would be ideal. Actually, I might in the other room. Hold on a second. Okay. Alright, so the closest thing I could find to a crescent wrench is one of these. I feel I should mention at this point that I am by no means a professional. I suppose that goes without saying, but you know. Let's see if I can get a grab on this. No? No? Did I mention I don't want to break this thing? Rhetorical question. I know I did. Well, I have an idea. Since I'm not going to be saving this switch, I can just trim those off. And I do have... These should work. Maybe. Half inch. There we go. There we go. That's got purchase. It's spinning on the other side. Because of course it is. I might have to break this switch. I guess I don't mind breaking the switch. I was going to do that anyway. Risky business. Bits of plastic. Nope. That's not gonna work. I don't know what to do here. Try using the pipe wrench on this side, maybe. It's kind of a long shot, but at this point it's probably the best bet. Let's try that. myself is still turning with the black plastic piece on the outside. This one. That's moving. Might just have to keep picking away at this outside here, trying to get that apart. Another bit. Adjust you here. Come on. There we go. We've done it. Ooh, it looks good. Better than it did anyway. Let's see if we can get the rest of this off. Yes. Good, 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 good. Okay. Unfortunately, that doesn't really get us any closer to getting the actual thing out. You know, considering the fact this thing's been through a flood, it's in surprisingly good condition. I mean, it even works perfectly well. None of the... Whoop, don't know where that went. None of the reeds or anything are bad. I mean, every note works. I tried them out. All the chords work. I tried them out. I mean, I guess it's not a huge surprise. The entire mechanism is plastic. It's basically a giant plastic harmonica, but still. I have to find some way to cut that out here. No. This switch is just filled with Bakelite. And that kind of blows. Actually, hang on. No, that was not. It almost looked for a second like the nut on the inside was soldered in, but I don't think it is. There's just this little bit of edge here that's holding it into the plastic. And of course, it's all corroded as hell, so it's not gonna... gonna budge easily. And I've broken so many things like this before. I'm really nervous about this. If I had a file, I could scrape away at it. I do have a file. Well, I have a wood rasp. That's probably not suitable. What can I use? A hacksaw? No. That is a bad idea. Well, I suppose I can try that. I just cut away a little bit there. So, I go around the edge, just cutting away at this corroded metal here. I can, bit by bit, get that lip off. Looks like this was brass, so it might be, excuse me, that might be within the realm of possibility. It's tearing the plastic up a little bit, but I have to ream this hole out anyway in order to get the new switch in, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see here. Alright. Okay, that's bending in. Oop. There goes another piece. Another piece. This one should be easy to get out if I can. Do I have... I should have some better side cutters here. I don't know where they are. Might be in the other room. Whatever, these will work. Just... There we go. That's a good hefty piece off of there. Oop, dropped it. Oh well. Vacuum cleaner will find it. Come on. Break the metal, not the plastic. Trim some of this wire away. Ooh. Oh, the copper is coming out. There we go. That'll make things a little easier. Nice. On this side, maybe I can... Yep. Just pulled the core of the wire out. Isn't that awesome? Cool. It. Ooh. Alright. More of the switch away. Okay, so now I just got these 2 points here. Some of that wire still getting in the way. Is that out of there? Excellent. Okay. Now, if I wasn't so worried about breaking this case, I'd just tap it in with like a punch or something. But as it just so happens, I am really nervous about that. So I'm not going to do that. Is there a pick or something? I know I've got picks. Where are they? That's a brush. Here we go. Home dentistry set. Pick some of this stuff out of here. Better access to the metal. Ah! Alright. I just poked one of the wires through. One of the wires just came out the back. Alright. Got the other one out. Bits of plastic out of there. Oof. That hit me in the face. Maybe I should be wearing eye protection. That'll be fine. Let's try that. Quite the room I was hoping for. Let's try clipping that. Wish I had goggles. That'd be kind of handy here. That's good. Oh, yes. Yes. Good. It's another bit off of there. I would bring the field of view closer, but the camera is not focusing, unfortunately, at higher zoom levels, so I'm gonna have to live with this, but I'm almost done. Looks like. Just got this last little bit here. Trim in there. Get some more of that plastic out. Perfect. And there we go. Hey, look at that. Allis wrench? Yes. Get this buddy back in here. Try to turn this out. And it's coming. It's coming out. Yes! Ha ha ha. Come on. There it is. What's left of that gross old switch. Alright. And now we have a relatively clean hole in the side of the organ, which we can mount our switch on. Excellent. Just for kicks and giggles, let's see how this fits. Bits of hardware. Okay, it's just barely too big. So, take this handy tool. I don't remember what it's called. They're super handy. Just ream this buddy out a little bit. Make it nice and smooth. Come from the other side too. Or not. I guess there's not really enough room for it. Well, still. Nice and gentle. I hate working on Bakelite because it's so brittle. But when you have the right tools, it'll work with you, it seems. It seems it's starting to fit. If I can just spin it through, might be able to get a nice snug fit. Come on, buddy. Come on. No. Alright. Aim it just a little more. Yep. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's going through. Damn it. So you can fit through this way. Yeah, I can fit it through this way because it's slightly edged, slightly angled out. Let me see if I can't remove this handle. Make hole for a riffler. But don't gum this up too badly. Oh, shoot. Where'd that go? Dang it. Well, I appear to have lost a lock washer. That's okay. probably didn't need it too badly anyhow. Let's see how this is going to fit now. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. They're very fine threads, so this might take a little while. But it's coming through. Look at that. All right. Oh yeah. Like it was meant to be there. Perfect. Cool. All right. So, should I put a washer on this? Can't hurt. I don't want to damage the plastic any more than it's already damaged. Nut on there. Again, not a professional. If I were at work and had the correct deep well socket, I would be using that. But this will do in a pinch. Oh, it's nice and stiff. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a hack job, but better than nothing. So now, this lady out of the way. All these things. Oops, shoot. Bits of tools and stuff. Lovely. Throw that out. All right. So there. Oh, that was a piece of hardware I didn't use. So there is. Hang on. There's the new switch on the inside here. Just attach one wire to the top and the other wire to the bottom, and we should be good to go. See if I can twist that together a little bit. Don't want any short circuits here. I'll put this one down here. Alrighty. So we connect up the terminals here. I'm gonna have to move this one over here a bit. Sorry. It's gonna be out of your view. Actually, maybe I should extend this a bit. Do I have any spare wire? It's big enough. Well, I have this wire. The old wire that it came off of. It came off of it, rather. Probably would have made more sense to like leave the wire nut on and just clip the wire off, but I didn't know. I didn't know any better. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, what's the longer one here? They're both exactly the same. One of these wire nuts is broken. This one is not. Excuse me. Alright, let me make sure I'm working in view of the camera here. So what I'm doing is I'm sprucing this wire back up so we can put it, reconnect it to the this one. You know, twist those together. There we go. Twist these together and put the wire nut back on. Just to make it long enough so I can reach that switch that we just put on. Guys. Alright. Dang it. Oh. Guess that's good enough. And I'm running out of recording time. But this will be enough to strip the wire. Strip the wire and I'll reattach it there to that terminal. And then I guess I'll show you the end result. Alright, so it's mostly back together, but I forgot to put the volume thing on the bottom. But let's fire it up. There's the motor spinning up, and here we go. 2 octaves of cheesy goodness. Yeah. Man, that works really well. Excellent. Oh, every time I turn it on, that smell just comes wafting right out. It's crazy. But yeah, it works. So I'm going to clean it up, and I'll probably videotape taking it apart a little bit more, because there's a lot more in there. I want to see how it works, but I mean, I know more or less how it works. I saw the cord buttons. Essentially, they just lift up a flap that uncovers some plastic reeds, and I mean, you can tell just by listening to it. I mean, that just sounds plastic. It's like a plastic accordion. Plastic accordion. Plastic accordion. I can say plastic accordion. Well, cool. Well, it's definitely an improvement anyway. So I'm going to end this here for now. And I'll continue this later as I take it apart and clean it up and make it a little more presentable. I don't know what the heck I'm going to use it for, but I don't know. I just think it's cool.